Hola YouTube, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos al canal, ojalá que estén bien. Hey guys, I hope you guys have been enjoying the series. I've been absolutely just fucking floored and awesome by the show in general. I gotta the toothbrush scene really I still think about the toothbrush scene. I could also see how the toothbrush scene in this show completely turned away a lot of people, my future self. Yeah, that scene, I know it was like an episode or two ago, but I can tell how a lot of like new people that were like, this is totally normal, saw the toothbrush thing and they were like, but the toothbrush scene is fine. It wasn't like it was right, Kudo Sensei, but it was also like, all right, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. Toothbrush triggers Naruto flashbacks. My main thing though is, hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying it. There are a lot of awesome individuals out there who are watching the Guitar series as well, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it so far. No one understands the toothbrush scene. It has a deep philosophical meaning about boundaries and, building relationships and whatnot. It's the most non-hentai scene I've seen. Yeah. Especially when he pushes her on the bed. That was something else. But it's establishing a whole new role of characters and sort of the power dynamic and power vacuum in this. And that's sort of what I'm really, really interested in. Like, how is it going to expand from this, Where are we going to go? And also, hey, what series comes after this? What series is after Nisemonogatari? Is it like Hanekawa Black or Hanekawa White? Or I know that the mods have a list order of like watching this, but I'm like, Monogatari second season, Hanekawa Neko Monogatari Black. Y'all have different. You see. No one knows. I guess I'll just have to ask Sundai. Neko Black should be next. Neko Monogatari Black. Okay, Neko Black should be next. Everyone's going for Neko Black, so it's probably gonna be Neko Black whenever we get to it. Neko Black is my favorite season. Ooh, okay. So let me ask you guys. Who do I think? In what way? So let me ask you guys this. Is there any, I guess, was there any season from Monogatari, for my Monogatari fans out there, that you guys felt was, either too much, unnecessary, or there were some episodes that you were just like, the other arcs are better? Like, that particularly stands out for you? Hanan Monogatari, Neko Monogatari. The Neko arc is one we'll be waiting for your reactions. Hana a bit. Nise. Oh damn. Owari. Neko Black is a bit meh. Damn, y'all went ham with this. Also on YouTube, make sure that you guys reply. We do tend to go in and go on that one. There was one that was too much, but I don't remember which. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. I'm gonna go into fire Neko Monogatari. I don't like it as much because I don't like Hanekawa. Fair. I don't know. Senjuko horror for me is amazing, but I'm having fun. Hey, there you go. That's what it's about, FinFran. That's what it's about. Anyways, guys. All right, let's get going. If it'll load. There it is. Hold on. I'm gonna give it a second for it to just load up because it takes a little bit. Neko Black is meh, but it's followed by Neko White, which is good. That's kind of curious, because I know before we even got to Nisa, there were a lot of people that were saying Nisa was the roughest one for them. So oh, dude, Shinobu. Straight up. Okay, hold on. This is something I gotta ask the Monogatari people as we get through it. Why is it that y'all buy, anime people, just anime people in general, they go and they buy all these cute figurines? Could be Ram, could be Ram in a maid outfit again. Could be, Chica, could be name any character, and and it's totally fine. But the moment you see someone buying Shinobu or Kissex, Kiss Undershot, all of a sudden you get some weird looks if it's any like Monogatari characters. Like, what's up with that, dude? Sorry, this is mostly to all the anime conventions out there, dude. That like or anime places.
ことは急を要する。
なんだよ。わかったよ。聞いてやるよ。
お前様よ。わしが極秘ルートから入手した情報によると、ミスタードーナツが今全品100円セールを行っておるらしいじゃん。これは今すぐ行かんと売り切れてしまうぞ。
ああ、わかったわかった。夕食前に気分転換がてら買いに行ってきてやるよ。ゴールデンチョコレートが好きなんだったよな。
いや、わしを店まで連れて行くがよい。この目で見て選びたいのじゃ。
日光すごいけど、外に出られるのか。
まあちょっと日に焼ける程度じゃ。わしも今やまっとうな吸血鬼とは言えんからの。日焼け止めクリームとは言わんまでも帽子でもかぶれば大丈夫じゃろう。
じゃ
あ、Oh, she's gonna wear a hat? Oh, this.
せめてそれまでは影に潜んでろよ。お前も日光に当たる時間は少しでも少ない方がいいんだろ。
うん、太陽はわしの敵じゃ。
30分もすれば着くからさ、頑張って起きてろ。
では後ほどじゃ。
I also have to say, hey, the dynamics between these two characters is amazing. First off, the fact that she, like, because, in the Monogatari series, the Bakemonogatari series in particular, we kind of saw how, she was slowly starting to come back, slowly but surely, but now we see a lot more of her interactions with them and, like, the boundaries that are being set, the dynamics that they have present, even the fact that, like, she's willing to call him out and certain stuff inside of him. It's like a symbiotic relationship in a way that is such an amazing character and such an amazing way to go ahead and, like, grow a character. She's more like a sister, not a true Vlad. Absolutely true. But at the same time, she's more like able to go ahead and define some clear boundaries and talk about certain things. I'm not going to take the hot tub scene or the bathing scene into consideration, just in general. Like, the way that they communicate, the way that they emphasize certain things. It's great. It's great to see stuff like. Hey, yeah, that's actually a really cute color.
またお出かけ？
おう、またお出かけ。
お兄ちゃん、カレンちゃん今日は遅くなるのかな？
さあ、わかんねえ。
そっか。まあカレンちゃんも暑くなると前が見えなくなっちゃうタイプだからね。
なんだよ、カレンちゃんに何か用だったのか？前回のファイヤーシスターズ的活動、とりあえず一段落ついたんじゃなかったっけ？
いえいえ、別に何か用ってわけじゃないんだよ。ただまあさ、 なんか最近カレンちゃんとも別行動が増えてきたなって思って。お兄ちゃんにはどうせバレちゃってると思うけどさ、きっと私ってカレンちゃんほど情熱的に正義を信仰しているわけじゃないんだよね。
Don't lick it. Oh god, okay, that's exactly what I thought she was gonna do. Okay, so before I start questioning it, what we do get is a clear dynamic shift in here, right? If you were gonna go ahead and classify the other sister as Moon, she's the sun, yeah. Like, it has the best pauses, like, i.e. sunny side up, hairy clip, you know, different personalities, different outcomes. One's more, I guess, feminine in the way they dress versus the other one. But I wonder if that's the case, one is the moon, one is the sun. Is Arakun the earth for them in that regard? Because it's clear that there's some... Hi, what's up? Saggy calves. What a name! What a name, my friend. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. But also, like, is this essentially a way of establishing the way that they, like, treat one another? Because, like, in a weird way, it's like fighting for his attention, or like being able to go ahead and like let their boundaries down, or like not really have boundaries when it comes to Arakun. Suki Moon. Okay, well, there, yeah, you know.
正義が好きで正義が大好きだけど私の中に確固とした正義があるわけじゃないんだよ。カレンちゃんはよく言うじゃない？正義の血が許さないとか、正義の魂が燃え上がるとか
言うよな。
だけど私はそういうの感じたことがないんだ。カレンちゃんの中には正義があるけど、私の中にはそれがない。私の信じる私の正義はカレンちゃんの正義であり、そしてお兄ちゃんの正義なんだよね。カレンちゃんがあそこまで正義を確信していなかったら、私はきっと正義なんて不確かなもの信じていないんだよ。その意味ではお兄ちゃんの言うことは正しいよ。私の正義は偽物だよ。私は正義を名乗るには周りの意見に左右されやすすぎるの。他人のために正義を実行するのがカレンちゃんなら、他人の影響で正義を実行するのが私なんだよ。
But does that make it fake? That's the thing is, does that make it fake? Right? It doesn't necessarily mean you have the best intentions of it, but even something fake can be real too towards others. Sometimes even, as we've noticed in the previous ones, even if the fakest fakes can sometimes be more real than the realest reals. Hate to put it that way, right? Sometimes people get so sucked into a scenario where they have to like fake certain instances, certain stuff, and yet it ends up being more real than the actual thing. I.e., for example, even kaiki be lurking. Kaiki be lurking, man. To believe it's hers, yeah. I mean, she could be like, you know, just like other people's influence on her is sort of what makes her try to act in justice. That's why it's like,
方向性には最初からズレがあるんだ。だからさ、お兄ちゃん、最近はファイヤーシスターズもそろそろ潮時なのかなって思っちゃう場合も増えてきたんだよね。
いいんじゃねえの？別に。むしろ今までが仲良すぎるくらいだったとそう思ってろよ。
別にそれが仕方がないことなのは分かってるけどさ、カレンちゃんも高校生になったらお兄ちゃんみたいに私をいじめるようになるのかな。
人聞きの悪いこと言ってんじゃねえよ。僕は頼りがいのあるお兄ちゃんとしていつだってお前らの面倒を見てやっているつもりだぜ。
面倒見るって？歯磨きながらおっぱい触るとか。
Hey, yo, yeah.
よし決めた。今日カレンちゃんが帰ってきたら今後のファイヤーシスターズの身体について真面目に話し合おう。
なんだよ、場合によっては解散か？
あり得るね。音楽性の違いだね。カレンちゃんが独立したいって言うなら私はそれを引き止めないよ。涙を飲んで見送るよ。解散パーティーにはお兄ちゃんも参加してよね。女子中学生とかいっぱい呼んじゃうから。
仕方ねえな。そん時くらいは時間作って顔出してやるよ。
で、面倒見のいいお兄ちゃん、出かけるところじゃなかったの？
あ、そうだった。じゃあ
There's a big hole in Arakun. Yeah. TOS 725. Like, I can totally see Arakun, like, for some reason, this take like a dark turn. The way that this is being set up in a way is like, can totally envision like First off, Shinobu already being involved in the plot for me is saying that, like, more than likely going to get something really, really big, if not this episode, then next episode. Where we... How can I put this? Want to go find something new? Thanks for the stream. Thank you. Appreciate it, Fran. I hope that you have a good one. Be safe, and hey, this community is always open to you. I hope you know that. I know how to put it. I can totally see Arakun quite literally going into like a battle sequence or something, because of the fact that they've already introduced Shinobu. My mind's been ticking, and the way that they're talking about the Fire Sisters again, it's like it's building up to like a big moment. And I'm like, wait a minute. Well, wait a minute. Why are we doing it? Why are we doing it this way? But also the fact that she even, like, you know, acknowledges what happened in the toothbrush scene, and she's like, okay with it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, dude. There's a big hole that I'm trying to go out and fill. And it's like, yeah. I don't know how Arakun fits into this, but it's like, I'm trying to fill in the pieces here. I said stoically. 725. Got it.
つうかお前もお前でさっさと部屋に戻れよ。そんなはだけた浴衣姿で廊下にいられたんじゃ玄関が開けられねえよ。そんなあられもねえ姿でうろうろすんなっつってんだ。みだりにみだらな格好をするな。ちょっと月ちゃん。それ脱がすぞ。
はい。What the fuck? What the fuck? Hey, yo, FBI? You said 725, yeah?
いやさ、月ちゃん、お前この辺に傷なかったっけ？あったはずの傷がなくなっている。医者から一生消えないと折り紙付きで太鼓判を押されたはずなのだけれど。あれ？そういやお前、体に全然傷とか残ってねえな。
そりゃ傷くらい治るよ、人間なんだから。
そりゃそうか。
っていうかそろそろどいてよお兄ちゃん。傷のあるなしを確認したいだけだ。
Why did you have to tie up her hands? Bro? You did not have to... Why am I having... Yeah, you did not... Alright guys, gotta go into this... So she doesn't kill... Yeah. You couldn't just grab her hands. You have to tie them up in that specific way, right?
そりゃそうだ。
It was total. I'm just not understanding the deep complexity between him groping his younger sister, right? There's some deepness to the bond, like boundary levels here that I'm not understanding, man. It's like, you know, it's miles ahead of where I'm at, right? That's why you have to, like, you know, completely force yourself, like, to just completely strip her down, you know, force her on the ground and start groping her. I just don't get it, man. I just, you know, this is like a 500 level IQ anime, and I'm just not there, man. I'm not processing, you know, the intellectual properties of like what it means to be soft and going after that touch. Yet we don't criticize this character as much as we criticize fucking Rudius, dude. That's all I gotta say about shit like this. Oh. It was right in front of me, so I wondered what it felt like. So you assaulted your sister? I'm gonna leave stream now. Cloud Monkey. Oh, Nisemonogatari is. Truly, that's her Araku. I'm not sure that's a you only live once moment. That's more of like a what the fuck? What?
と思って。そんな気安さで。ほら。ぷよぷよぷよぷよ。足で触るな。そんな楽しげな効果音など出ていない。もうお兄ちゃん、妹のおっぱい触りすぎ。それ、そこだけ切り取って聞くと、なんだかものすごいキャラだな。まったくもう。
The reason why I say this, Masters, like, don't get me wrong, like, every character in here actually does it. You can go into really deep relational stories and whatnot, but it just feels like, I don't know how to put it. Like, for example, Senjugahara, Hanekawa, a lot of these characters, without them, like, you can really go in deep without needing to go into like aspects like this, because it sort of makes it a it feels like a weird tonal shift. It feels like almost like it was about to go into a hentai. Like the author's like, you know what, we're gonna throw, I'm gonna throw in this deep discussional element that I've had planned, and then let me go ahead and like just draw a hentai scene just because I fucking feel like drawing a hentai scene between these two characters, which totally eliminates the conversation that they had previously about boundaries, about trying to grow in a relationship, because fuck it, it is what it is. I need to go in, and then it's like, all right, back to a deep conversation about what it means, like, you know, to battle gods and like life, and then all right, let's go ahead and do a toothbrush scene, and it's like, you can show ways that, like, you know what, they're really close or whatnot with, yeah, it's that's why I'm like, like pretty much every other character other than Arakun in some way, shape, or form has, like, you know, they're out there like some Alabama shit, Alabama Gari, dude, from what's being talked about. True Punish, absolutely. It could have just been a scene where Ada couldn't ask her what happened to her score, but instead he's over there just groping her. Like, you know. At least, okay, hold on. Unless this is gonna come around full circle, and we're gonna find out that, like, the reason being is like, she has superpowers now and whatnot. Because, like, here's the difference, right? I'm about to defend Moshiko Tensei. Hold on, which is weird. Like, I never thought I'd be in a position where, in Moshiko Tensei, the whole thing with the elf, right, where there was a gangbang scene. Guess what? It's probably at some point in time that shit's probably gonna come around, right? Where we actually get to find out that it was actually plot relevant due to something. With Arakun, it happened with his other sister, the whole like toothbrush groping and whatnot, and nothing. There was, like, other than the fact that they get close, you know. That's what I'm saying with Moshiko Tensei. You can totally see that the gangbang scene's like, oh yeah, it'll probably come back around to be super duper important. It's related to a power. It's a curse. It's how people connect or something. Here, it's like, okay, that happened, but there's other ways that could have been approached. You know, what? That's why I'm like, something's going on here, and it's either like way out of my understanding as to why like certain scenes like this are important, or it's unironically super plot relevant. Is it? Oh no, that's where my mind's at, man. Oh, that was related to my comment. Oh, whatever. I thought it was, we need Alabama Ed, but Alabama Ed. Alabama Ed. All right, let's go, guys. Let's continue. It's just interesting. I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Where's this gonna go? What?
Puyo 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 puyo.
足で触るな。そんな楽しげな効果音など出ていない。もうお兄ちゃん、妹のおっぱい触りすぎ。
それ、そこだけ切り取って聞くと、なんだかものすごいキャラだな。
I wonder why. Why is it that we must have pure relationships with our boyfriends, but are still required to have a physical relationship with their brother? You know, you don't have to. You they might be your sibling. Doesn't mean that you have to like communicate or be physical with them in any way, shape, or form. You know, you can just talk to them. Just saying. Just saying, you know. Alright, what time is that TOS off? By the way, this is like me not like completely saying like, oh, this is a complete turn off. It's just interesting for me that like this is sort of the way that the author decides to go ahead and like go about it. You know, or like, you know, looking for parents or whatnot. Other than like something else. Describing the panty scene in Bake 1.
まだ別れてねえの？
悪いけどラブラブっすよ。カレンちゃんの方の水鳥くんは近頃ちょっとだけ不協和音だって話も聞くけど。
That makes this shit even weirder, dude. They're in relationships, and yet they still go this far with their brother. The panty description has more in Kisu. It's plot relevant. Guys, it's plot relevant, I swear. I need to get like a full-on, like, just crying emoji for that, dude. That's awesome. I read somewhere that Nisio didn't expect this novel to actually get published, which is that why he went sort of... I felt like the toothbrush scene, hold on, and specifically in episode 8 was more like of a challenge to try and, like, do something so erotically without necessarily it being, like, hentai or something, you know? I can see that. I can see that. But also, what's up here? I'll call Oshi.
いいや、僕は必ず帰ってくるぜ。お前のその胸の中にな。フロッキーシュー、なんじゃこれありえなくない？ポンデリングとフレンチクルーラーをあろうことが合体させてしまうなんてものすごく最強ではないか。オールドファッション。これはもう見ただけで美味しいことが分かってしまう。ああ、もう分かっちゃったもん。食べるまでもない。いや、食べるけども。豆腐ドーナツというのもネーミングだけでそそられてしまうの。っていうか、ここにずらっと宝石のごとく並べられたマフィン系。なぜ今までこれらのマフィン系の存在をわしに
The existence of these muffins hidden.
全くもって許しがたい。いやまあしかし言うまでもないことじゃが、ゴールデンチョコレートをはじめとするこれまで食べてきた数々の選ばれしドーナツたちがこうも大量に展示されておるというところからすでに圧巻じゃパないの。お前様よ、全部食べてもよいのか。
True.
良いわけないだろ。
じゃあなんじゃい。わしはこんなにも大量に陳列されとるドーナツの中から食すものを残酷に選別しなくてはならんのか。
月1くらいで連れてきてやっからよ。とりあえず今日はセーブしとけ。そうだな、まずは3個くらいからスタートするのが適切なんじゃねえのか。
おいおい、我が主様よ、そうきなきなするでないぞ。先々のことを考えれば投資じゃと思ってわしに恩を売っといた方がお前様にとっても良いのではないか。
お前に恩を売ったらどうなるってんだよ。ああ、もう分かった分かった。じゃあこうしよう。僕とお前で5個ずつ選ぼう。合計10個だ。それをシェアすればいいだろ。その代わりマフィン系とパイ系はなしだ。ああいうのは今回の100円セールの対象外だからな。
仕方ないの。我慢してやるか。
How many pages is Shinobu talking about donuts are in the novel? No, but my thing is, dude, it's interesting because the way that they like react to one another is like more so in mind. Okay, yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. That I actually love Shinobu as a character. I ain't even gonna lie. Like Senju Gahara and Shinobu are actually like my two favorite characters in this whole fucking series because they can actually come to compromises. They can actually communicate, you know. And all of that. Like, these two characters are, like, for example, Senju Gahara knows what she wants in many aspects. She's able to go ahead and, like, talk about certain things. You know. Ara-kun... I think we've all met in Ara-kun, where they're in a relationship with someone, but they truly love somebody else. Let's be real. Let's be real. How many times has he said that in this fucking series, where he's in a relationship, but he loves fucking Hanekawa? Let's be real. We've all met someone like that. You know, we've all been like, or we've all been that one person if you've ever been in those shoes, which kind of, you know, why it's important to talk about what you want, because in relationships like that. But Oshino's cool too. Oshino's really, really cool. And wants to marry Hachikuji. Bro, that's saying everything.
で、忍、聞きたいことがあるんだけれど、今日カンバルの家に行く途中とそっから帰る途中、僕に道を尋ねてきた例の2人、京都弁のお姉ちゃんと決め顔のお嬢ちゃん、あいつらお前から見てどうだった？
What the pose look?
あの決め顔の小娘の方については教えてやらんでもないの？
というと？
あれは人間ではない。
Yeah, she didn't seem.
人の形を模してはおるがの、わしと同じく見た目通りの年齢ではない。小野の清次という名前も当然のことながら偽名じゃろ。
下の名前世継ぎってのが僕は気になってるけどな。影縫いのお姉さんの下の名前と対になってるってところが。
じゃから名前で縛っておるんじゃろうよ。どうせのこのわしがあの軽薄な小僧の名前でガッチガチに縛られておるのと同様にの。要するに小野の清次は影の夜鶴の使い魔のようなもんじゃ。
使い魔？
Oh
この
shit.
国の文化になぞらえて言うならそうじゃな。せいぜい式神といったところかな。
あの二人は少なくとも影縫さんの方はいわゆる専門家ってやつなんだ。
まっとうな人間についての情報はあくまでもわしは漏らさんよ。あまり便利に使われてもなんじゃし。
So again, Oshino left. Kaiki, around the time that Oshino was leaving, Kaiki was coming along. Around the time that Kaiki is starting to leave her, his shit's starting to get resolved. These other characters are coming around. It's like a weird power, it's a weird power dynamic that's being present in that play. And I'm glad that Shinobu's at least able to go ahead and call it out, but she also wants sort of like that independence and that nature. This is sort of what's beautiful about, like, I guess, smart characters, yeah? Like, and I say Shinobu is actually like an incredibly smart character because of the way she's able to go and justify or talk about certain things like this. I don't want you to use me as a tool. Let's just be honest. If need be, or if push came to shove, Woody?
ドーナツをおごってもらったぐらいでわしの口は軽くなったりはせん。そこまで安い女でもない。
Not that cheap of a
わし
woman.
はお前様の使い魔でもなければ式神でもないのじゃ。どうしてもと言わん程度のことならば、あそこの席に座っておるあの男にでも聞いてみたらどうじゃ。
And Kaiki's just there. And Kaiki's just He's like, whatever, man. Dollar donuts. Hey, thanks so much for following Pipinilio. I appreciate it. Dude, yeah, he's just like, dude, it's $1 donuts. I don't care. Yeah, like... Oh, that's great. I love his theme, though.
なんでドーナツ食ってんだよ。
いわゆる野暮用だよ。ただのくだらん野暮用だ。
Thanks so much for the follow, she.
お前が気にするようなことではない。いずれすぐに消えてやる。
僕としては今すぐ消えてほしいけどな。
そうせかすなよ。お前たちに二度と会いたくない。
It does, dude.
俺も同じだ。お前たちのせいで俺は大損こいたんだからな。
影縫い夜鶴と小野の清継ぎ知ってるよな。
知りたいか。教えてやる。金を払え。
ああ、分かったよ。ね、いくら払えばいいんだよ。その二人の
Like
情報。
100,000 fucking. Oh, just take it all.
まあいいだろう。あららに、お前と戦場が原、若い。
Hold on. I know, best theme for sure. I know I'm listening to this. But also, hold the fuck on. Let's back it up.
教えてやる。金を払え。
ああ、分かったよ。ね、いくら払えばいいんだよ。その二人の情報にはよ。
どれ。
Literally just took his fucking wallet, his cards, his ID, whatever the fuck was in there. But it's just like, hey, this is, yeah. Hey, yoink. Thank you, man.
あららに、お前と戦場が原、若い男女の前途を祝する意味でこの程度のはした金で許しておいてやろう。
教えろよ。影縫い夜鶴と小野の清継ぎだ。
あいつらは専門家だよ。俺と同じゴーストバスターだ。もっとも、俺が偽物であるのに対してあいつらは本物だ。俺が詐欺師ならあいつらは陰陽師だ。
陰陽師？
勢いでラなどと言ってしまったが、厳密には陰陽師は影縫いの方で小野の気はあくまで式神だそうだがな。
知り合いなのか？
なぜそう思う？
いや、言い方が、 なんとなく口ぶりがそんな風かなって思って。
直しているだけだ。影の方が業界ではそこそこの有名人だからな。影縫いをずると斧の気を継ぎ、飽くなき現代の陰陽師。なあ、荒らぎよ。専門家とはいえ連中の専門は非常に狭い。あのツーマンセルの専門は不死身の怪なんだぜ。
おお。Immortal creatures here. Yeah, that's exactly what came into my mind. Is they're probably gonna try and like wreck you in some way, shape, or form, since you guys are immortal creatures. Kaiki does lie a lot, true. But there's also some truth mixed in there, right? Because that's how you keep a lie to make it seem real. Is you mix it in with some truths. That's why I'm like, so something about that doesn't really add up. If they're after you and Have you watched Bleach? I have. Like, at least some episodes on whenever it came on to Nabi. Ah, Urahara. Yeah, dude.
不死身の怪異など、わしは死ぬほど食うてきた。わしもわしで立派な不死身殺しじゃよ。だいたいそんなことを言い出したら、不死身も何も怪異はそもそも生きておらんじゃろ。
ああ、まあ生きてねえもんに不死身も何もねえよな。だったら怪異は全部不死身みてえなもんなのか。でもそういう定義論はともかくとしてさ、僕たちが標的とは限らないって言うんだったら、忍、お前はこの町に僕たち以外に吸血鬼がいるかもしれないって言いたいのか。
吸血鬼とは限らんがの。いても不思議はあるまい。いいな。不思議はある。
言われてみりゃ、僕の周囲だけに限って観察してみても、怪異を体内に宿しながら生きている人間ってのは何人かいるんだよな。例えば左手に猿を宿したカンバル駿河がそうだし、例えば精神に猫を宿した羽川翼がそうだ。だったら他にも体内に怪異を宿した僕の知らない人間がいても不自然じゃない。影縫さんと小野の木ちゃん、あのハイビルを根城にするあたりが押野の同業者って感じか。早め早めに対処しといた方がいいかもな。
And they're already there.
踊れ。
どうも。
まず礼を言うとかなあかんねや。踊れの言う通りに進んだら栄光塾にはちゃんとつけたわ。その上ほんまに世継ぎにも教えてくれたそうやん。
すみません。
Yeah, it is fire, bro. It is fire, Balsber.
あなたたち二人は僕とこいつを退治するためにこの町に来たんですよね。この世にあるまじき不死身とその眷属として僕たちを殺しに来たんですよね。二人続けて道を聞いてきたのも偶然なんかじゃなくて、あれは様子見みたいなものだった。
鬼畜なお兄やん。なんや知らん。勘違いしとるみたいやな。鉄血にして熱血にして冷血の吸血鬼。怪異殺しの怪異の王キスショットアセロラオリオンハートアンダーブレードに関する諸問題はすでに解決したことになっとる。ちょっと後遺症が残っとる程度の普通の人間に対してリソースを避けるほどうちどもの業界も観光度にそれはでも言うたら押野くんの世話焼きお得意お箱のおせっかいのお金っちゅうことになるんやろけどな。
押野くん、今押野くんと言ったか。
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Did you just say Oshino-kun? Minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, dude, my heart just fucking like sank.
余計なことを思考するでない。今お前様には他に考えねばならんことがあるじゃろうが。
So then they're after your sister or something. Yeah,
アンリミテッドルールブック。僕は決め顔でそう言った。
Oh fuck. Oh, his sister got fingered. Rip. F in the chat. That sounded really wrong. Never mind. Dude, that's so fucking bad. I just thought about it after I said it. I was like, wait a minute, why does that sound dirty? Oh, oof. Hold on, I gotta get some air. But also, oh no, dude, that is the metaphor he would have. Oh, fuck, dude. Are you mad, bro? The older lady's still there, brother.
Oh, あれ。
鬼のお兄ちゃん、あなたはよくよく不死身の怪異に縁があるようだね。あなたの妹は不死身の怪鳥に侵されている。
Okay.
あれは鼻からあなたの妹ではなく、人間であって人間でない。あそこのあれは世にも珍しい火の鳥、邪悪なるフェニックスだよ。僕は決め顔でそう言った。やめい、ウヌラ。それ以上の狼藉は許さぬ。ウヌラとて、ここでこれ以上の騒ぎを起こすことを望んでおるわけではなかろうよ。
うちは別に噛めへんけど、時と場合を考慮するほどうちはお利口さんやないからな。中華許さん言うて。
The fact that something's... Oh. Let me counter your pose look argument by saying the fact that you acknowledge that Kiss shot is with Ara Arakun and there's lingering effects doesn't concern you anymore, even though she was considered evil beforehand. I will return back that argument back to you with the pose look. Can't things and people change in some way, shapes, or forms?
今の踊れに何ができるっちゅうねん。吸血鬼。元吸血鬼。スキルをなくした踊れなんぞ、うちにとってはまるで脅威やないで。
かもしれんな。しかしウヌはそうでも、そちらの小娘はどうかな。わしのエナジードレインに耐えきれるほどの強力な怪異とはとても思えぬが、そしてそやつを吸い切ればウヌとも。
Hey, yo.
わしは渡り合えるのではない。
Shinobu, hey, yo. Talk about a real fucking threat, dude.
わしは何もウヌラの邪魔をしようというわけではない。ただ一旦引けと言っておるだけじゃ。その程度の頼みなら聞いてくれても良いのではないか。ウヌラにとっては時間は重要な問題ではあるまい。
まあええやろ。明日また来るわ。それまでにいろいろ整理しとき。
That doesn't make it...
逃げても無駄やで。言っとくけどうちらはおし。
Sagging helps. It doesn't make it good because when he did it, he thought they were related by blood.
あなたたちから狙われる理由なんか
あるやん。ありゃ怪異やで。化け物や。化け物の偽物が人間の家族に混じって人間のふりして人間を騙して生きとんやで。そういうのを指してな。うちらは悪言うねん。うちら正義の味。
So she was adopted. People come into families all the time and they become one with the family. That doesn't make them fucking evil, brother. As long as you're not fucking disturbing the, like, you know, people in a negative way or sucking them dry, like.
味方としちゃ見過ごせんよ。そないな詐欺はな。許せんよ。
Look, let's back it up.
なんで月下を狙うんだ。月下にはあなたたちから狙われる理由なんか
あるやん。ありゃ怪異やで。化け物や。化け物の偽物が人間の家族に混じって人間のふりして人間を騙して生きとんやで。
See, but deceived in what way? Because here's my main thing. The family thinks she's a real member. Oshino could have probably said something. But why did Oshino not react to this? You know? Knowing Oshino, yeah, he 100% fucking knew, but he didn't do anything because it probably doesn't, like, at the state and time, it probably was not affecting anything going forward. It's like, you know, in chess, there's a thing called danger levels or danger threats, right? Yeah, he's about. She wasn't out of balance. Yeah, exactly. So then she wasn't a fucking threat, dude. Considering Oshino knew a lot of, like, the weird stuff happening all around, I have a feeling he might have known, but he just... It was like, whatever, dude. But it's also interesting that they go off of their definition of evil, right? Without being contracted for that. Yeah, like, Oshino's way to... His character design in the Monogatari series, the way that he lets certain things off, it's like he knows, but he only acts when shit is completely, like, thrown off balance or something, yeah? And, like, he acts in terms of either it's an extremity or he needs to, as opposed to this, where it's like, oh, I register that as evil, so I must act upon it, which is, And then we have Kaiki, who you still have to go ahead and, like, talk to in order to get a curse on, because he needs that cash. They're just doing it for their sense of justice, which at the same time might be a little fake. She thinks that lying is evil, but so is murdering just a fucking person. You know, or damaging property, because who the fuck is gonna pay for that wall, dude? Like, who the fuck is gonna pay for this? I think this is more evil than what his sister has done throughout this, all, like, you know, since we've seen her. Like, damaging property like this, brother, like, she needs to have some good insurance or some shit, dude. Oh, what a good discussion topic on that. Truck ran into the house, it's fine. Where's the truck? That's sort of where I'm like, I think we need to know how she replaced the real... Yeah. House got isekai'd. But off of that, I'm thinking, like, how does she... Because at any point in time, wouldn't that mean that Shinobu also knew? Because Shinobu can pick up on all these figures super duper quick. I mean, she picked up on... Yeah, I'm watching the next one right now. So we're finishing off Nise. That means Shinobu probably already knew, but she didn't care because it wasn't affecting anything. If it really was evil in some way, shape, or form, or intended to harm it, Shinobu would have probably done or said something. Ooh. That's why I'm like, I'm processing this, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second to process this, because it's clearly like, I don't know. If you didn't even recognize, if you're not even able to go out and recognize that something different has happened to your sister, she probably But even off of that, like, let's say that she didn't even know that, like, she didn't even know that she was there. That's oof. My mind's going wild here, man. This is actually, like, interesting. Like, for me, it's personally interesting because it means, like, number one, people's morals and ability to make judgments are completely the rationale that they're using to go out and justify certain things, which is already interesting in of itself, right? Number two, there's a lot of characters out there who clearly have a tolerance or an ability to go out and pick up on things, and yet they didn't act on it because of the belief that the family dynamics or the family system in here wasn't in danger, right? Because if Ara-kun was in danger, if others were in danger, then I'm pretty sure that they would have acted on it. That's why I'm like, at that point, maybe living that fake lie or living that lie would have been safer than processing the truth in some way, shape, or form and disturbing the whole family. Because then that completely destroys some of the relationships that you try and establish there. Isn't that more evil than living in the lie that is already built without you knowing it's built? Maybe it's just hard to bring up the topic. Hmm. I don't know, man. I don't know. But all right, guys, we're going to move on to the next one.